Hello everyone, Psychic Medium Omar MJ here with another free live psychic reading and messages from Spirit session. Thank you everyone for joining. Wow, a lot of people just joined in. Thank you. Hello Cynthia, Misty, Trista, Phyllis, Ashley Phillips, Betsy, hi from Connecticut, Angela Rios, Shayla Youngblood. Thank you for joining. It's a pleasure doing a little bit of reading for you earlier, Heather, Rhonda. So many people, so many people. Thanks a lot, Amanda. Amy Ramsey, yes, I know you've been asking for a reading. I'll get back to you. Amy, if you have a question, just type it in, okay? I'm doing okay, Ashley. Thanks a lot. Thank you so much. Laura, yes, I did have sort of like a combined message for you earlier on, so let's see. Thank you, so many people joining in. Okay. Okay, all right. Melissa, anything about your future, love, career, finances? So yeah, Melissa, a bit of a blockage. What I saw when I connected to your energy was just a little bit of something, and it's not allowing sort of some of your blessings and everything to come in. I get the feeling it has something to do with your thought patterns and the way you approach things. But the best way I can describe it is just there's stuff trying to come in, and then there's a wall you've built around it. I get the feeling this is like a limiting belief of some sort, like maybe, you know, this can't possibly happen. Now, it defies logic for all of that to come through, something like that. But my advice to you is just assume nothing, be totally open to anything that can come through from any direction, and sort of expect it and not put your own barriers up across it. It's a barrier like this that I'm seeing in front of you. It's a wall. So be completely open starting from tomorrow. Just anything can happen from any sources. It's also a source that you've blocked off because of maybe, again, it's like a limiting belief that it can't be, I don't like that situation, there's nothing sort of coming through. So my advice is just to sort of open everything up. Just have no expectations and no beliefs or whatsoever. And once you open that up, and I think that little barrier in your energy will clear up and you might get something, okay? Hope that helps you out. Thanks for asking that question. Betsy Oram, can you connect with my daughter? Yeah, real quick. I did connect with her, and she's also pointing, she's absolutely fine and everything, but she's also pointing towards you and the family and the others. She's just making me feel like if there's any siblings or something like that, she just wants you to kind of focus on that. That's the image she showed me straight away. Of course, there's a lot of love, and there's a lot of love energy. I feel it, and there's a lot of little bit of like unnecessary sort of, at your end, there's a little bit of like sadness and worry towards that whole thing. That's also, if you convert that into joy, then you'll be able to better connect with your daughter. She just wants you to kind of take away that thing also, and just think of the whole experience as a joyful thing. Okay? Hope that helps you out. Thank you so much. Tammy Patterson, anything from your late husband, please? Yeah. He's definitely pointing towards like something needs to be fixed or something needs to be repaired around the home or something like that. He's making me feel like it's something to do with the home. Just needs a little bit of your attention and care. So I hope that makes sense. He's still there. He loves you very much, okay? Thank you for asking that question. Helen Cup, any energy for you? Yeah, so Helen, obviously, a lot of family, a lot of that kind of energy straight away every time I connect to you. There's a lot of blessings in there. So just the family energy there also, but then it's telling me to sort of invest. Yeah, I'm feeling that you should invest, keep investing more. You're doing a great job of it into like the family, the younger people and things like that, and they in return will bring you a lot of joy. Okay, that's sort of coming to me. So just the younger people in the family, you just sort of spending time with them. Just be yourself. You're doing a great job as it is, but there's going to be times now, starting from now on, where they'll be the sources of joy in your life. They'll bring all sorts of good news in your life. Okay, hope that helps, and you're doing good work in regards to that already. Thank you so much for asking that question. Maria Padilla says hi there. Oh, hi, nice to have you here. My in-laws did bad to us. Would you, Najafi? My in-laws did bad to us. Would you tell me anything? Yeah. Honestly, I kind of feel that. I'm not gonna say there's anything positive or anything about that. It was just pure. I don't want to say it, but then they could have been nicer to you. The only thing that I'm getting is that was meant to be happening to you. It's a good thing, believe it or not, because you're in a more positive place. I get the feeling, and they'll continuously be in more of a negative place. I think they have some sort of negative feelings towards you. That won't change. So if you expect that to change in the future, no, that ain't changing. However, this was a great experience for you and for your development and for your learning, and now you can sort of just time to forget it, learn the lessons from it, and move on, is what I'm saying. Don't connect with those guys again. Let them be in their little negative land if they have to be. But it's all about you and using that opportunity towards bettering yourself. I do see good energy around you, and I think you were the nicer person in that equation. I don't think you did much of a bad thing. It's not your fault. So good news coming your way in regards to that, but keep it and use it as a positive experience. Okay, hope that helps you out. Okay. I can't read that. Fiedra, Roberti, McQuaid, Hornback. Don't know what your message was. Don't know what your question was. Okay. Okay, Bobby, Jessica, Macbeth. Any messages from my loved ones who have passed? Yeah, Jessica, I don't know if you are working or planning to go back to work or anything like that. In a little while, they're just making me feel like anything to do with work or something, or it's just work related. Could be a job, could be a project or a part-time work almost. It's making me feel like, but that's something you can look into. They came through as a combined energy, so I kind of felt them together. And I guess that's how they want you to also kind of see them, is that they'll come in, they're always there together. So it's something, they're always around you. It's a positive blessing to have in your life. Okay, hope that helps. If there's anything you want to pursue in terms of just it almost feels like a part-time work or a job it's a job, but it's not your life. Some people, they have their jobs that totally consume them and everything. It's nothing like that. So I hope that helps you out. Okay, thanks so much. Why was my mom so miserable before she passed? There was a lot happening inside her. I don't know who asked that question, and there wasn't much she could do, and she had some regrets and things like that. But I feel like some of it was stuff that she couldn't quite have control of. Maybe it could have been the medication, maybe it could have been just the fact that she was ill. She's totally fine now, she's letting me know. Okay, so she's moved on beyond that. All the pain has ended. It's kind of, she's giving me this sort of a sign. Okay, the number 15 came up, and I don't know if that 15 cc medicine 15. Anyway, I'll leave that one. But then she's totally fine now, and it's a different story right now. Okay, with her, much more positive, much more. It's a very different story. She's absolutely fine now, and it happens. Okay. Okay. Mealy Singh, Melanie Singh, anything that I can read for you? Melanie Singh, yeah, straight away I got the feeling. Look into like going to a better herbal medication or something like that for some of your problems. It's not just for you, it's all for your family. I feel like it could be for your husband and things like that. but you sort of control everything that gets that everyone sort of uses. So look into herbal medicine, things like that. Okay, eating more greens, natural green fruits, and vegetables and things like that. That's to prevent later on what's going to happen to not necessarily just you, but someone else in your family. Hope that helps you out. Okay. Thank you. Somebody shared Shayla Joyce. Appreciate it, Shayla. Thank you so much for sharing. I just lost you. Can I connect with you? Shayla, one thing I'm getting is there are people that are trying to get back into your life or something like that. It's just I almost get the feeling again that there's that regarding people from your past or something. There's a strong will, and they have good intentions of sort of coming back into your life with that. I don't know if you're necessarily blocking them, or even if you're unaware of it. But if you can build that gap again, bridge that gap again with those people, I just feel that there's people from the past. They're almost telling me like, okay, let us in, and they want to come back into your life. I think that will bring you a fair bit of joy in your life again. So anything that was from the past, people that are trying to come back in, that could be a source, and give it a try. Okay, don't worry about the complications and things like that. Okay, hope that makes sense to you. Thank you so much for asking that. Nicole Hoffman. No, we don't do that. We don't do that. Way to make a living off single pathetic woman. Nicole Hoffman, I have my other sources of income. I don't need to do that. I don't ask for reading, okay? So it takes years and years to learn mediumship. There's always one person who's going to comment. Just to give you an idea, Nicole, it takes about 2 years minimum of hard work and mediumship to get to this level. It's a passion. I rarely ask for readings. I've never asked for a reading on these lives, actually. People just offer it to them. So maybe you can do some research into that before you're being so negative. And I'm sorry you're living in such a negative place, okay? Sorry about that. But you're wrong. I don't make a living off this. I have other sources of income. So thanks a lot for being here. Appreciate your comment. Court is next month. Ashley Phillips. I still see the court. I still see the court happening. I still see the proceeding happening. I'm not sure this is the end of the story, though the image I saw was more paperwork, more of that kind of stuff to go. Okay. I'm not sure if this is the end of it next month. I just feel it just keeps showing me there's more papers and stuff like that. It's just sitting on someone's desk, and it might continue. Okay. Thank you. Thanks a lot for guys who are supporting me. Yeah, there's always a couple of trolls. We can't do anything about it. Thank you so much, Shayla Joyce. Appreciate it. Glad that you liked that reading for you. That was a confirmation. Thank you so much for Christina for sharing. Shayla Joyce, thank you so much for sharing. Appreciate that. Rosa Torres wants to know if there's a good life ahead of you. Yeah, Rosa, change your thinking about that. Go forward with start getting out more is what I'm seeing. Start connecting more, and expand your mind also is what I'm getting. So I know it gives me the feeling that you have some time for yourself. It's just making me feel like you just have to kind of read more, do more research into it, watch more videos, something like that. There is a better life ahead of you, but it's just your own. Again, I see like there's blocks around your mind that are saying, well, it's not possible. Well, it's not possible. And I see them just kind of around there. You got to go beyond that. Do some more research, watch some more stuff, videos, things like that, and then hope that helps. Okay. Thanks a lot for your question. Valerie Ibrera, can you assume me of what's being said, or are there rumors? I felt a rumor, and can you assure me of what's being said, or are there rumors? it's a 60-40, but there is some truth to it. I can definitely tell you that. But it's not as bad as what they're making it seem like. There is some truth to it. Okay, let's just leave it at that and hope that helps you out. Okay. What's coming up for you in October? Sherry Daniels wants to know. Sherry? Sherry, the best way I can say it, it's a mixture of good and bad, but it's and it's sort of gradually changing. It's not bad, is what I'd say. There's I guess November is a better month to look at. So October is just going to be, it's a transition month, okay? That's what I saw. I saw sort of like a wall in front of me, and the best way I can describe it, it's being painted. It's being painted across me, and it goes from sort of lighter, sort of some sort of heavier to lighter for something. It is a transition month. And the important thing to ask is for November, okay? But in October, it's a mixed bag with a positive transition happening. I told you I kind of see images in pictures, so I'm going to go with that. I can't give you any specific answers. Not sure much is going to happen in terms of family. It's the other side of things, your own little personal projects, things like that, things that you're learning, things at work, I don't know, those type of related or something. It is a transition period. Also, what else is going to happen is good news for you, is you're also connecting more and more with your sort of higher self. And I feel like again, that's in November, so there is stuff that happening in there. October is a good build-up month for November, okay? I sort of get that feeling. This is what I saw. So thanks a lot for asking that question. I appreciate that. Okay. Williams Edward. The outdoors, just taking time to yourself, really. It's time for you to kind of take a moment and recover. There is one person that I feel who's another energy who's by you in some way. I feel like it's a male, but basically the image I saw of you is just sort of like sorry, just sort of like that. Breathing, take a nice minute, just have a cup of tea or coffee or whatever beverage, sit down, reading a book, and just sort of relax and connect with yourself for now, and process some of the things and in a pleasant way. That's what I felt for you. That's the energy and the image I got for you. So just sort of, just kind of mellow out, relax. It's not the time to do anything at this particular point, and it's just sort of time to observe more than anything, just for that next month or so, okay? Hope that helps you out. Amy, you asked about your health. Sorry. Amy asked about your health. It's actually not that bad. It's just there's some things that you that you've wanted to implement that you've kind of not implemented. That's what I get the feeling of, in terms of like making more positive steps toward the health, the diet, the things like that. It's just it isn't a bad picture or a bad energy I'm getting. I don't think you're at a terribly bad place, to answer your question. It's also showing me that it's others around you, and it's saying that just minor changes, things like that. If you feel like making them, that's better. But I feel like you're going to make those changes over the next few months in any case. But as far as the medication, something about that came up. Just sort of do more research into the medication. I feel like either you or somebody in your family is on some sort of medication that just and it's just telling me to just research more into it and question your doctor or anything if needs to be about that, and maybe that needs to be reduced or something like that, okay? Look into the medication parts if anybody's taking anything like that. Thank you so much. Good evening, Izzy. Great to have you here. Okay, sorry. Brenda Dean Angelis, sorry. Completely lost you. Sorry, I completely lost you. When I lose it, I kind of lose the energy. Shayla Youngbug, do you think financially getting better in the near for me and my husband? So Shayla, you got to work on the thing between you and your husband. There's some core issues that you really need to consider that were not considered at the time of the marriage, or that were overlooked. But these are things that they're pretty heavy, that I feel that are in your energy. Financially, yeah, I know. I get the feeling you have a bunch of expenses or something like that. But right now, I'm getting the image of the marriage in the. It just needs work. Okay, it's almost like you gotta get into it and address the core issues. There's just sort of a lot of overall, like, fights over unnecessary things and things like that, but you got to have a heart-to-heart proper sit-down core talk about the core issues. And like, it's making me feel like some things were overlooked or thought, okay, we'll get better after the marriage, but it's just could you consider counseling of some sort? Maybe that could be an option. I'm not sure. I got a feeling you could talk to others or anything, but if you can afford the counseling, that would also help. But if not, definitely have like a straight, no nonsense talks about it, and try to go to public places if possible to have those discussions. Okay, something along those lines. But I get the feeling your marriage does need work, because there were certain issues that were looked over at the time of the union. Okay, so it is. I hope that helps. Thank you so much for a couple of guys I see who've shared here. Appreciate that. Easy. How do you see your health? Izzy. Izzy, it all comes down to taking steps right now, because complications can get worse or something like that in the future. So at this point, it's all about preventive stuff, right? And I think your intuition knows what to. Yeah, and it's showing me some sort of more of like liquid stuff. I don't know if it means smoothies or stuff like that, but there's definitely some liquids that it wants you to incorporate. I'm almost, it's like colored liquids I'm seeing. But this is all stuff that you have to do for much later on, okay? And it's not pointing towards anybody else, it's just pointing towards you. It's just preventive stuff that I'm seeing for now on. And I'm seeing colored liquids, powdery liquids also. Don't know if that have any significance for you, okay? Davina, you never remembered me. Yeah, Davina, I do. I did 2 or 3 readings for you in the last session. What is your question, Davina? I'm going to try and give you an energy read. Something about another male is sort of coming up and popping up in there for some reason, Davina. Davina, there's an anxious energy. Are you being truly open and truthful for like with all the relationships in your life? I get the feeling that it's more at your end. I think you can make a lot of things better by just sort of reevaluating what's being communicated with everybody else. It's not that bad, but that's one of the things I'm getting. I think you were trying to get through to your son. I just want to confirm if he's passed away or not. Just let me know and I'll get back to you, Davina, okay? I always want to know if my grandfather or uncle is always around me. My passed away and my uncle passed away. I have younger. So it's a very lengthy question, Reina. I have done readings for you before. Yes, they are around you, Reina, because it's easy for me to connect to your energy. There are lots of people. It's your grandfather who's coming through strong for you, Reina. Definitely a male energy. He's making me feel like he saw you when you were younger, and he said you were always beautiful, and he doesn't want you. He just wants you to get out more. Okay, make more. Be more social is the kind of energy that he's giving me. Okay. Yeah, I didn't get to read all of your question, but that's where he's at. But just get out more, let your aura expand more, because you're a spiritual person. So that's the energy, basically. Just get out more, connect more with people, all sorts of people, and all that. He's also making me feel like you could get help from somebody, and there's another, like in the sense, some sort of counseling or something like that. That is available for you, and it's available. It's much easier than you think it is, but it's just you're almost not ready to accept it or something like that. But I think you just have to go out more, and sort of be more open. He's making me feel like it's not as bad as you making things seem out to be. It's a lot more positive. He just wants you to see the beauty that he sees in you. He's just trying to. One of the things he's trying to do is kind of. Now he's showing me that, like, if you can see yourself from somebody else's point of view, you'll see a lot of things. So hope that helps you out. Thank you so much for connecting. Amy, any relationship wise? So Amy's always been asking me about relationship wise. Amy, there is a potential. Give it a few months. It is coming. The male energy that I sort of feel coming towards you, it's just going to come a little bit. Let me ask if you need to go and search for it, or it will automatically sort of come into your life. I have a feeling it could be either or, but someone can come into your life like that. And the best way I can describe this energy is you have sort of a gentleman type energy, and you have this rough, rugged dude or something like that. He's got a bit of both of the qualities in him. He says he's gonna, and there's gonna be, in the beginning, you might lose your patience and all that. He said, and it's okay and everything, but he'll be able to put up with it. That's the only one I'm getting right now. He's also, you can do some, just keep your eyes open. You don't need to go out and look that much, but there is some sort of energy and a presence that can come your way. It can be 3-6 months or something, a bit like that, but there is a potential there for sure. Okay, hope that helps you out. Thank you so much for asking that question. Okay, you're always asking me. Okay. Desiree, I did a reading for you today. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for sharing. Valerie Ibrera, was the decision you made the correct one? Yes, nothing was like a perfect decision there, but you have to go with whatever that decision comes. I know there's like some consequences with each side. The other one feels like lighter, and you made like the slightly more difficult decision. But in either case, you've gone forward with it, and they both would have been fine. But right now, you've made that decision, and you've got to go along with it. Okay? It was a tougher decision. You seem exhausted. Are you okay? No, I've had quite a few readings today, private, so I feel pretty good. I'm gonna have a drink or something. Sorry about that. Okay, Marie Crabtree, any message for me? Thanks a lot. Marie Crabtree. Again, there's fences that I'm seeing. I feel you're going through a little bit of a negative time. You're sort of consolidating everything within yourself. Just you can connect more with other people, I guess, and start communicating more. You're sort of spending more time alone in your own place, in your own thoughts at the moment. Maybe there's something about sort of distancing yourself, almost like losing your trust, sort of thing. But it will get better, okay? I see that happening. Thanks so much. Don't have my water. Thanks a lot. Okay. Help me find closer. I'm not sure if Ariel, I'm not sure if I understand your question. Something happened with one of my family and I was wondering if can help me find close. Sorry, I don't know what that means. Hello, Philanda. Okay. You said my name and didn't. Okay. Sorry. Yeah, somebody else pointed out I look drained. Yeah, I'm so sorry. I did a lot of readings and I'm gonna do a few more minutes, try and get you my answers. That's not the problem. I did go to the doctor today and just had to get a couple of things sorted out, but there could be some truth to it. I'm on a little bit of medication also, so in any case, let me see what I can get for you guys. I can get water in a bit. Let me see if I can pick up anything else okay. You're welcome, Marie. Thanks a lot. Okay. Robin Easton, are you on the right track for your right path for work? No, Robin, I'm not sure you are. It's not a horribly bad path, but it is definitely it's making me feel like, yeah, there is a bit of heaviness and something to do with that. I hope, but for the time being, you just have to continue on it. That's the kind of the feeling I'm getting. For the next few months at least, you have to kind of keep going on that path. It's not the ultimate path for you, but to say if now's the time you should be off it, I don't think so. I don't think so. Yeah. Okay. So consider maybe a change or something a little bit later, but right now, thank you. Yeah, I kind of need a little bit of. Sounds right. It's just I had to take a whole bunch of these medicines for some reason. So okay, I'm just gonna go for a little bit longer because that last reading felt good. So yeah, May, you can do it for me. Thanks a lot. Did I do the right? Sorry, Garrett. Did I do the right thing by staying with my husband for 26 years? Yeah, I felt an energy about that. Yeah, you did. You did. It was a tough decision, but for now, like, it was the right thing to do. What it's making me feel like is that there are benefits for both, and there were lessons you have to learn, obviously. But for now, for the time being, it was the right thing. Maybe later you can reevaluate that situation. So I hope that helps you out, okay? That's the kind of message I get. I got. Thanks a lot, Danielle Kelly. What was your question? Maybe, sorry I didn't get to you, but okay. Sorry about that. I just want to take a quick minute, a quick second, just to shout out to some of the people who got a reading for me today. Simone Daniels, Amanda Gangan, Dawn Alvis, Crystal Samuels, Anna Vaccaro, Rena, and Tyria Stone. They all got a reading for me. They were all very happy with it. So I've been doing a lot of readings for people in the last couple of days. They've all said it's been very good for them. So, okay, thanks a lot for giving me those readings. Appreciate that. Okay, Danielle Kelly, is your mom around? Definitely did feel her. Definitely did feel her. She's showing me herself, and she's showing me her energy a little bit. I'm not sure if she was a big woman or anything, but she's showing me herself in spirit. And the message she has for you, it's kind of towards your health or something like that. Definitely look after your health. So I'll leave that one there, but definitely she did come around. She did show herself to me. Okay, hope that helps you guys. Thank you. Elena Caballero. Anything to do with travel? I feel like there's some sort of opportunity there. It's not just there for sort of personal relaxation or anything like that. I just feel there could be some sort of opportunity which makes you happier, and it's to do with travel or being just kind of sort of outside where you're at. And it makes me feel like any sort of opportunity that you get to travel, or you've been thinking about travel to another place or another city, that could be something that would give you some sort of benefits. Okay, hope that helps you out. Thanks a lot for sharing. Okay, starting to feel much better now. Some of the sweats have gone down and everything. Alexandra Santiago, is my son around? Yes, he is. Of course he is. Showing me as a sort of a just above a teenage sort of boy. Yes, he is. He's close. Yeah, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. By the way, he just sent me some good energy, so I appreciate that. He's around you, and he's almost he's showing me like sometimes that the things that you do around your homes to do with, it's not sort of the kitchen work or anything, it's just sitting down on the table and stuff like that. And he's also making me feel like you do visit his memory again through maybe pictures or something like that. Definitely around you, definitely loves you very much, and he just kind of gave me a little boost there. So I really appreciate that from him also. Okay, beautiful. Thanks a lot to your son, by the way, for doing that. Karen Lynn M. No, she's not mad at you. Okay. May says, I feel you getting better. Thanks a lot, May. I appreciate that. I'm going to give it more of a try. Okay. All right. Is there a daughter in my future? Suzanne Kemp. I felt a sun energy, Suzanne. And if anything, like the daughter will have those strong male characteristics. Sun energy, okay? That's all I can tell you at this point. Thanks a lot for asking that question. Barbara Mitchell, energy reading for you. Barbara, overall good. You do have time. You sort of, there's things you can do, and you're not that bad. It's not like you're totally not doing those things. There's things you can do. I would look into just research more, because there's something that you can do that will kind of ignite a little bit of the passion. It's already sort of there, okay? But the way I see your energy all around you, it's okay. It could be a little bit more active, but that's just the research part, right? Because there's something that's going to come your way when you start looking. Just look more is what I'm getting, okay? So you do have some time to do that. Okay, thanks a lot for asking. Thank you. Kelly Lynn Wakefield. Energy reading. Oh. Kelly, you're using your mind. That's your great asset. You're very smart at your cunningness. Think about that for the next few days. You've got a sharp mind. You focus on the cunningness. That's going to pay you off. Okay, definitely felt that. Felt that in your reading. Thanks a lot. Heather, energy reading. Heather, you're kind of mellow and you're kind of laid back, and not laid back is the wrong word, but there's some places and not enough aggression. I think that will resonate with you. Okay, just there's times to be sort of more selfish, more aggressive, and you're sort of comfortable. Okay, so I hope that helps, but just a little bit more. If anything, I'd get up and a little bit more and pursue things more aggressively. Okay. Cheryl Irvine, you shared energy around you. Cheryl Irvine. Are you pushing people away, Cheryl? Are you sometimes getting in like you're being selective in who comes and approaches you or is close to you? Is that a good thing? No, not necessarily. There is benefits to that. I can see that because there's some sort of weird. You don't want to let everybody else around you. So I say for now it's a good thing, but you maybe look at sort of opening yourself up more. Okay, that's it. Marie Chantel, is you La France? Me and my ex-boyfriend Samuel get back together. Yeah, I felt Samuel's energy straight away. He will get back together. He will bring some heaviness into this whole equation. I get the feeling he's a strong male, masculine energy. He will. I almost feel that you can go on without him, and the heaviness and everything that comes with it. There's a lighter feeling of when he's not around in some ways. So I'd look at both options. Will he get back together? Yes, it will. It's not a bad heavy. It's just heaviness is the wrong word. It's a strong male energy in your life, but there is a certain sort of open space, freeness when he's not around. And maybe you can connect to that. There is a possibility, to answer your question, if he's going to come back, there is a possibility he can come back. But either way, I wouldn't rush into it at this point. It's not something that would determine your true happiness in the long run, okay? Will he come back not in the near future, but maybe in a while? But when he comes, he'll just bring in a whole bunch of his energy. And there's a place of like your own happiness and freedom and peace that's there without him also. Thanks a lot for asking that question. Okay, I wish I had. Can I tell a person's spiritual guardians? Thanks for sharing, Leisha. Can I tell them? Yeah, I can feel them. I can't tell them who they are. I'm not interested in their names. I'm kind of interested in their energy. I kind of feel that someone for you is it's hard to say. Very interesting. Showing me both the male and the female for some reason. Okay, and a lot of it is, what they're showing me, the type of energy, it's not an old wise soul, and it's not a young soul. It's sort of someone who's mature, like someone in their 40s or 50s, that kind of energy, and more of an observing guardian angel, instead of sort of like, just observe, take your time, just take your time. That's the energy they're giving me. There's definitely also another female in there. I think you connect better with female guardian angels. You can let me know if that's true or not. But the best way is, those are the inner voices. They're always there kind of guiding you. But yours are more, so that's what I'm feeling. There's a lot of feminine energy there, and they've got the masculine, not an overpowering, sort of masculine, let's fight type of guardian angel. It's sort of more like observe, watch, learn. Those are the kind of energies I'm getting around you. Marie Chantel just sent a confirmation. Thank you so much. It's true. He's exactly like you described him. Marie, thank you so much for that confirmation. Appreciate it. I'm going to look into it. I'm glad that you were able to find that, and able to confirm that it rings true with you. Thank you so much. Mary D, praying for you. Thanks a lot. I'm feeling much better now. So thanks a lot. It's just it's quite a few personal readings that happened today, and like I said, there's people here that are thinking I'm trying to sell them. No, they contacted me. They were all very happy. I can give you their names and stuff, and I was able to help out a lot of people. Then I had to rush to the doctor, and in Canada you get free medicine, but it's they didn't have it, so something like that. So anyway, so I'm feeling much better now. I'm feeling more connected to spirit, and I'm able to see things. So thank you. Okay, go ahead. Outcome of a court next month. Natasha Ruiz, outcome of a court next month. I hope I'm wrong, but it could not. I'm not sure if it will go your way. I'm just getting a little bit of a worry or something. I'm not sure how the outcome will go, but just my heart is just racing a little bit. Okay, prepare for anything, any sort of results. It could go your way. It hasn't been written. It hasn't been written in stone yet, but I hope so. Natasha, thanks a lot. You're always commenting here. Appreciate that. Thank you. Somebody else shared. Fraser, you're right, Fraser. Thanks a lot. What's your question? Let me know. Whew. Okay. Will the initials Nicole RC? Will my ex with initials JDO get back to me? Possibly. There is something going on with him also. It's just there is somebody else or something in his life at this point. You have to understand that. He's making me feel like that. Will he get back to you? Hard to say, but definitely there is. I just feel that there is somebody else there. Okay. So that's it. Thanks again for the reading you delivered for me. I'm feeling a lot better since then. Bori Morales, thanks a lot. I appreciate that. Thank you. It was a good reading. Thank you. Appreciate that. Glad you liked it. Tina Allen, can you figure out my dad's name? Hey, you're a troll, Tina. Go ahead. Just troll all you want. You don't believe this stuff is real, then, I'd do more research into mediumship. You'd be surprised. Even some of the people said that, here, you can see them. So just to give you an idea, I see things in like 3D graphs a lot. and I'm better with psychic readings than connecting with spirits. So anything that you have, like questions for your future, what's happening, things like that, that's where I get the visual straight away. Even when I connect to somebody who's passed over, I always ask them, what do you have that we can take back to them that will benefit them? You know, instead of, yeah, I love them, I'm always watching them. That's great, but we need more, like, you know, stuff that they can use for their lives. Is my mom at peace? Ulrich Fraser. Yeah, she is. She just showed me. If she definitely is, okay, and she's busy on the other side. But she's definitely there. She was kind of connected with another male energy, she's showing me. And also she's pointing out your family. Sarah, great, you're better at psychic too. Great, open up your own channel, show the world what you got. I lost my mom and told my sister not any sorry, you got lost there. Please help me, Stacy. Will I ever feel love again? So Stacy, you have to start looking at, like, loving yourself for who you are. I didn't see a male energy come in. There is a it could go either way, okay? It's a bit of a tricky read. There is someone there, but you almost have to go out and get that person. I feel that person is kind of also been through a lot in life, so they're kind of looking for, all right, you know what, no more nonsense, and I'm serious. But at this point, you're not making enough of an effort to go out there and get them. They're far away from your energy field. It is a potential, but I just feel you have to work harder at going towards them and just have to get them, okay? At this point, the way things are going, it's just, you're not going to be able to reach that person. But like I said, the energy I'm getting from that person is more like they're okay. They're done with the nonsense in their life, and they're looking for something they're looking for the same thing as you. No nonsense, done with all that. Just a proper good relationship, that kind of stuff, okay? Any letters from your dad's name? No, I'm not going to play that game. Thanks a lot. Future reading. Kim and Bob Brisk. Future reading. Have you ever considered anything to do with machines? Anything like that? There could be some sort of an opportunity of some sort of business or some sort of financial gains coming through with some sort of machinery or something like that, okay? I think you know what that means. I don't know if you've looked into it or something, but those machines and that kind of stuff will help you make the money, okay? Straight away I got that. Hope that helped. Christina Importer, no, he wasn't, and even then, trust me, those things don't happen, okay? To answer your question, that's no, don't even think like that, my friend. It doesn't exist. Thanks a lot. Okay. Tina Allen, okay, I'm gone. Thanks for stopping by. I didn't get your question here. Leslie, I will try and get it to you next time. Thank you so much. Okay. And will me and my husband get our own house and we'll have our children. Christina Avila Lopez, I saw a house straight away in your future. Definitely 2 to 3 years from now. Could even be a 2-story house, definitely, okay? But it's you got to work for a few 2 to 3 years or something. It's not just right there like that, okay? And you will grow in those 2 to 3 years tremendously to be able to have that. You're going to have growth in yourselves and in your thinking capabilities and things like that. And definitely there is a house there for you. Okay. Tracy, you had a very traumatic experience yesterday. Yes, straight away when I connected to that, I got the feeling it was a very traumatic experience, but you'd be surprised how quickly you'll recover from it. Just give it time. Let it sort of get yourself processed into it. It just didn't feel like a forever sort of traumatic experience. You'd be surprised at how quickly you're starting to you'll sort of get out of it and sort of recover. Okay, thanks a lot. Terry Parker says, thank you. Needing to hear from my dad. I would greatly appreciate it. Terry Parker. Terry, just watch. Yeah, he's there, and he just says sort of don't be so trusting. Don't be so accepting of anything. If anything shines in front of you, it doesn't mean it's wow, it's great, it's the next best thing, great. Don't be so quick to do that. Take your time to think about it. Yeah, all that glitters is not necessarily gold, and you don't have to trust, and you just be smart about trusting people. That kind of energy he gave me when I asked him. Okay, thanks a lot. It's almost end of the hour. I'm going to read a few more. I don't know. Surely mediums can get names. See, Davina, you're always like saying negative stuff. If I wanted to, I can. Really. But you know what? It's up to you. Every medium is different. I focus on energy, things that I see in front of me. I keep telling you that. And like I said, if you go to my comments and stuff like that, that's different. Surely everybody can get names. No, not all mediums go for names. With me, I just, like I told you, I look for energy, 3D diagrams. I see more than I hear more. So you got to do your research, Davina, before you sort of criticize people. Some mediums hear things more, some are more visual. Okay, maybe you can do some more research into it and you'll see how it is. But I'm more of a visual medium. I always see visions and energies, and that's why. So to say, sure, he can get names, you know, I think maybe you should do some research into it. It would help you out a lot. So thank you very much, Davina, for being here. Appreciate that anyway. Okay, Tracy says thank you. Yeah, your recovery is quicker. I know it's a traumatic experience, but it will be quicker. Appreciate that feedback. It's just made me feel like, you know, the future can get better quickly. Okay. All right. Thank you. Yeah, I'm not going to waste my energy on negativity. There's a few trolls here all the time. They're always doing it. It's yeah, they're because I'm fair and genuine to all. Hey, Davina, so am I. Davina, if you don't like this page, you can just, you know, unlike me. You don't have to come here. I've helped many people out. You should see the feedback I got from the readings that I did with the one-on-ones today. It's just amazing. I'm like a middleman. They post a question and I see what I see in the energy field. Nobody ever asked me for a name. Basically, what do you see? And just visuals keep coming up in 3D graphs, like a computer game. And it's beautiful to kind of help people that way. And I'm trying to help and I'm trying to help as many people as I can. Valencia Stag, will you win a lump sum of money? No, you won't. Didn't feel that. Okay, sorry. Thank you, Phyllis. Yeah, I know I don't have to explain myself. From now on, I'm just gonna let it go. But to all the people who are loyal here, I promise you, you all have the same gifts. You all get the same visuals. Most people do not hear. Every one of us, mostly we feel things and we see visuals. So I'd start trusting your visuals. We're all psychic, every one of us, because we're all spirits. So we are all psychics. Next time, if you have a question, you can sort of take a breath, think about it, ask the question, and see what feeling comes with it. So ask yourself, is this guy right for me? Your first feeling is going to let you know, okay, my heart is racing, something's wrong, it's not quite there. And remember, psychic stuff is very subtle. So whenever you ask yourself these questions, you're going to feel a subtle change, and go with that and do it again a little bit later. How do you clear your mind? One of the techniques is you just focus on the tip of your nose and the breath, and that shuts off the mind. And then once you shut off the mind, you can start to feel more everything that's happening. Okay, so all of us are psychic. Okay, thank you, Ryan. Ignore the ignorance. Yeah, there are people like that. From now on, it's only one or two, so I'm going to ignore that. I love your page. Second time around, Thank you, Raina. I hope you're well, okay, my friend? Like I do, like I hope you're okay. I care about all the people. Uh, Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, everyone who shared today. Thank you for anyone who asked a question. To take a float. Bye bye, Davina. Thanks a lot, Sarah McDougall. Thank you so much. Forget the negative feeling. Says, yeah, thanks a lot. Okay, we're gonna do that. Okay. Do you go from one energy to the other? It's very frustrating and confusing for the people sitting in front of you. I go from one entity to the other. I'm a platform like type of medium. Not all mediums can do that, go from one to the other. They like to stick to one source and keep going with it. With me, I just like to go chitting, chitting, chitting. I've always been that kind of personality. I believe if you're able to give 20 messages in a short period of time, rather than help one person out, it's just better, right? Everyone gets a chance, everyone gets to connect, and that's the way my spirit guides. I can always feel them behind me. That's the way I've asked them to help me out. Okay, I'm going to answer a couple more questions. Tracy, I've been told I have a gift, but don't have enough confidence in myself to even explore it more. It's very easy, Tracy. It's much easier than you think. You do have that gift. You wouldn't be here listening to a psychic if you didn't have a gift. Okay, so you're connecting with that energy. I'll give you more information about that in the future, or maybe you can shoot me a text and I can let you know. But thanks a lot, Monica. You're saying I'm doing a good job. I'm going to help a couple of people out before I go. See what I can do. Okay, Sylvia. I could really use your help. What is your question, Sylvia? Sylvia. Sylvia, I'm having a hard time connecting. I'm so sorry because this has gone way over 1 hour. I'm going to message you. I'm going to try and message you. But if you have a question, let me know real quick. I'm going to try and get to Grace Guevara. Is it possible for you to tell me about the big secret he has? Does anybody have a big secret? Yes. Yes, they do. It's a male energy. Ooh. So that big secret doesn't have anything to do with one person. It has something to do with multiple people. Okay? I'm not saying there's a few people. Basically what I'm getting is that secret it's a group of people or something to do with that. Okay? I'm pretty confident that that's the case. I'll leave it here for now. You can think about it and your intuition will kind of guide you a little bit, but that secret does not have to do with one person. It has to do with a few group of people or something like that. Margaret Trevano, keep up the good way. Thank you, my love. Appreciate that. Anybody who supported me here today, sincerely from the bottom of my heart, thank you. It means a lot to me. Okay, thank you. It's I think I have to get going now. It's been... Thank you so much. Yeah, I've got to take a little break and so thank you so much. I wish I could have continued more, guys, but I will do in the next in a couple of days. So thank you everyone for joining, and I'll try and get back to Stacy Guevara. Should I away from him so you don't get hurt? Yeah, I kind of got that feeling, Stacy. That's your answer. Can't be trusted, and it's to do with more than one person. Peggy, thanks a lot. I'll give you a more proper reading right now, but as you can see, my eyes are turning red and my throat's kind of hurting, but I'll definitely give you... Okay, thank you so much, guys. I think that's it. Thank you. Appreciate that. Okay, we'll be in touch, and I'll try and do as many readings as I can next time also. So thank you, everyone. Have a great night.